GM, everyone. Can you hear me all right?
Yep.
Perfect. So I'm Val. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Neurobro. As you already mentioned, we are one of the OG projects of the virtual ecosystem, and we started building around a year ago and launched our token and community in December 2024. And since then, we've come a really long way. So our main focus right now is on our core product, which is called Neurodex.ai. We've launched this trading terminal approximately 5 months ago, and just yesterday, we hit a milestone of over 100,000 total users on the platform. So Neurodex has two key verticals, which I'll dive deeper into later. But in short, it's built to extract the top alpha from the crypto space. And we have 150 AI agents we've developed inside it. But yeah, that's a quick intro. And thank you guys for having me here.
Hanan, we know this really well, right? The landscape is super competitive in the agent space. A lot of people building. I really want to hear from the four teams and hear them describe really like what makes their project different. Like why do they stand out? Let's just kick it in, bro. Neurobro, you want to go first?
Sure, yeah. As I already mentioned, it's super competitive, and we feel it pretty much. Everybody feels it, and it's very competitive, especially on the terminal and the alpha extraction front right now. But in my opinion, like the key differentiations between all these projects really comes down to just a couple of things. First, it's the quality of the agents' responses. Equally important is like the data these agents are really trained on. But also important is like the orchestration technique used in the backend, which just means how these different agents communicate with each other. So now I don't come from a technical background. Our core engineers are much better at explaining the technical side, but I can tell you these to get these aspects right is extremely difficult, and you kind of need to properly align your data. You have to build some evaluator agents that can decide which sub agent should be triggered for a specific user question, and also you have to constantly train the system to reduce hallucinations. And also quality on-chain data, guys, is extremely expensive. So it's not something you can just wipe code in a week. But yeah, there's actually a reason why Wall Street uses Bloomberg Terminal instead of just asking ChatGPT. It's because it's built with good data and it just gives the best output. And we at Neurobro with our product Neurodex have exactly the same approach we're envisioning. So because of that, and also because of our entire engineering team, they have an AI and data science background. The quality and responses of our agents, they far exceed most of the competitors in the space. But there's also one more differentiator that especially people in our industry they overlook, and it's distribution and actual adoption. Because I've been in the crypto space for since 2019. I've seen some of the smartest people, smartest developers, they build incredible products, tech, but we got to be honest that most people outside of crypto they don't use crypto apps, and actually nobody in web 2 really takes crypto products seriously. And that's why we are building like a bridge between, I'd say, the tech which we have and web 2 users as well. We do this by using like short form video content as a growth engine, with many full-time creators producing content on TikTok. We're also expanding to YouTube, Reddit, probably even Instagram. And yeah, with this strategy alone, we have grown to over 100,000 users in just 5 months and around 10,000 daily actives right now. And what's even crazier, in my opinion, is that the average session duration on our terminal is 10 minutes per user. That means like the average user spends like 10 minutes inside Neurodex. Yeah, to just probably sum it up, if I can give one tip to all the builders listening, it's you have to focus on some distribution channels beyond crypto Twitter, especially if you're like in the B2C business and you need users. Yeah, these are some aspects on how we differentiate ourselves from other projects.
I love that. Because that's kind of like the nature of our community, right? Hanan, it's just builders sharing with other builders like strategies and what works. And I love the approach that Neurobro has taken. They, when they launched, they did a really, really interesting thing. Because Val, you guys launched, what was it, like back in November or December of last year?
December, yeah.
Yeah, and I remember we were going back and forth in Telegram. It was so funny. They were trying to come up, not funny, but really creative. They were trying to come up with a creative way to avoid the snipers. Val, you embraced like technology and video and this creative media approach from the start. Do you want to just share that to the builders? It's really part of your journey, I think.
Yeah, sure. So regarding the TikTok strategy, it's actually one of the main reasons why we have such fast growth right now. What we're actually doing is just creating content in multiple languages and channels. Each of these channels are focusing on specific features of our product. Right now, we're getting roughly, at the very minimum, 100,000 views per week across all the accounts. And over the next week, we're gonna 5x our content output. So you guys gonna start seeing more and more Neurodex everywhere. But it's basically we're doing something which has been very proven in Web 2 for years. So short form content, storytelling, but we're just applying it to Web 3 because we got to be honest, like Web 3 is still years behind when it comes to marketing and user communication. So for us, TikTok is just incredibly cost efficient, and the audience we reach is way more broad than what you'd get if you just focus on crypto Twitter. So that being said, I must say it's not easy because you really have to understand the TikTok algorithm and what
Mhm.
kind of storytelling works and how to actually communicate your product without triggering the platform's restrictions. Because I've probably lost 5 TikTok accounts over time because of that. They're still very strict with their crypto content, but once you guys figure out how to communicate the message in the right way, it works super well. So I can just recommend it to everybody.
I
Okay.
love that. I love that. I think Hanan, one of the good things to probably also share is to have each of the teams, maybe talk a little bit like about their background and like why they're building in that space, right? Because I think that, this is
Yeah.
builder banter. So that way they can, really
Mhm.
share their that part of it as well. Neurobro, you want to like kick it off?
Sure, sure. So yeah, right now we're in a very exciting phase of our journey because over the past month we have scaled our team quite a bit, which means we can now focus on multiple verticals at the same time and ship super fast. So like on the tech side, we're always improving our agent architecture. Pretty much every week we're improving our agent's accuracy, improving all the data pipelines, adding some
Mhm.
cool new functionalities which our community wants. And inside Neurodex, our core product, we have a second like major vertical which we just launched last week, and it's the smart money tracking platform, which to be honest, in my opinion, is one of the most exciting things happening in crypto right now, because we've identified 2,000 of the biggest whales and insiders across base, and we're now scanning the entire transaction histories with our algorithms to figure out who are the most profitable traders and why. And right now the public version, it includes 200 whales which are fully labeled, so you can see exactly which teams inside base and virtuals what they're doing. And as we
Nice.
speak, our system is, yeah, it's also processing another 500 base wallets, which will all go live within the next week and a half. And soon we also gonna roll out some premium version where users can access a full ranking of the top insiders and profitable wallets. It's gonna be very exclusive for our community members who hold 1 million bro tokens. But then probably I can also mention on the partnership front, we are in talks with several strategic partners right now. But most important, it's the collaboration we have with Base right now. We met Jesse and the core Base engineering team at Token. And since then, we've been in touch pretty much daily. So together we are improving our XMTP agent, which is already live inside the base app, and it's one of the only 10 agents there. And we're cooking some other cool functionalities with them. So I can say our base integration is super high priority right now. And yeah, probably about our qualifications. I have a background in crypto marketing growth. I've scaled my other company, Crypto Hub, to a very good scale, but right now, like the entire core team, we have 3 core team members. Vlad, Dima, I see them here, and they have an engineering, AI engineering background. Like Vlad focuses on multi-agent systems and infrastructure scaling. Dima is like the head of AI. He is like machine learning engineer who builds everything from large pipelines to reasoning systems. They have also co-founded another company which is still running and very successful, Axioma AI. You might have seen it somewhere. But yeah, we have currently 3 core members and 10 contributors in our ecosystem. And yeah, I hope I could answer the question properly.
I also think we should we can do some questions first or after, but everyone likes alpha, right? I mean, should we give each of the teams just maybe like 30 seconds max, like to drop any sort of alpha for the community?
Yes, alpha meaning valuable information.
But quick. It's got to be quick. You guys are going to get the stage curtain.
We'll start with
So
Neurobro, maybe.
yeah,
Sure. So the alpha I can drop already is that next week we're gonna drop 500 new wallets inside the smart money tracking platform, and it's gonna be pretty cool. It's gonna be free for everybody to use. And another alpha I can say that on the base app front we have some invite codes. So if you need some invite code, you can DM us. We only have limited supply, of course, but there's a lot coming on the base app right now in the coming weeks.